today's the 1st of March, so I have to get my paperwork done. Morning guys, and welcome to the vlog. Just got off work this morning. I think today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the paperwork side of my farm and what I have to do there, because number one, we were going to work on putting the roof on the deck today, but it's pretty windy. So we're going to have to see what happens there, and it's the end of February. Today's the 1st of March, so I have to get my paperwork done. I do my paperwork at the end of the month, you know, balance my books, see how many eggs I sold, see how many eggs I produced, balance that, see how many eggs were wasted, see how much feed was used, all that stuff. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do today and show you guys that. Alright guys, so I'm going to be working on balancing my books here. We're in my room because well, we don't have an office at this house, so that's one thing when I build my new house in the next couple of years that I will be doing, is making sure there's an office in it. So I have the camera set up on my bed, so I apologize if it's a little bumpy or anything guys, but yeah, I'll be going back and forth between me and the computer to show you guys what I do to balance my books at the end of the month. The first thing I start with is I look at my my sales sheet, and I look at my production sheet. And what I do is I just see if those two are adding up and how many eggs got wasted in this month or anything like that. I have 2 dozen eggs still sitting in the kitchen, 2.5 dozen eggs sitting in the kitchen ready to go that need to get moved and sold. So if I come up 2.5 dozen short on production versus sales, then it's perfect. But we'll have to see, because I know we wasted probably 12 eggs this month just because they were cracked and stuff like that. And when I say wasted, if an egg is cracked, we'll eat it. I just don't want it going out to the public, and I don't want to sell that egg to the general public. I have my farm records folder over here, if it wants to open. There we go. And, alright. Go here to 2017 farm record. This is kind of a mess. I gotta organize some more stuff in here, but and once that pops up, I'll show you guys what it consists of. Alright guys, here we are. This month there was a lot more spent than there was brought in, just because I had to replace some chicken supplies that I lost in the storm last year that we couldn't find, which I had thought I had collected and put somewhere, but I had to replace those. Had to buy the bigger feed stuff this month. Had to get the sunflower seeds and stuff like that. As far as chickens themselves go at the moment, I didn't put the cracked corn in there for this month, did I? I may not have bought cracked corn this month. I thought I did, but hold on a second here guys, I gotta check to see. This is why you always keep your records. That's why you always keep paper copies of it, because I could have swore I bought cracked corn this month. Which I did, I just forgot to put it on there. Alright. So that's going to go on the bottom here. It's going to be a little out of order, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything to be a little out of order. It's 100 pounds of cracked corn. What was that? That was on the 15th. That goes under feed hay mineral, and that was $12.30. And I also got to put in yesterday's bill, which was at MFA, and that was for chick starter. That wasn't yesterday, that was Monday, which was the 27th, and spent $22.54 on chick starter. Alright, so that is the expense pages for this month. There was a big expenditure of that new saw that you guys saw, and the chick stuff and all that, and then some fence supplies I had to get, and clipboards for the in the house here for different farm stuff. So that's that guys for the moment, until I enter my sales this month. So I'm going to show you guys how I get my sales all added up. Alright guys, so on my sales sheet, You can see I put the names of the people I sold to, the number, dozen, the day it was sold on, and the amount paid. So what I'm going to do is go down the sheet here and add 2 at a time up. That just makes it easier. Do 2 at a time and then add all those together. That way you don't get lost. Sometimes when you do so many $4 in a row, you get a little lost. So that's that, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna get my phone out just to make it easy. And we're gonna look at the total dollar amount sold this month. So the total dollar amount sold this month was $73 worth of eggs, which is a good month. That's for only having 33 hens right now that are producing. That's good. Obviously, it's going to be a little behind on income to money spent just on chickens, just because of the chicks. It's going to be probably, I'd say $20 or $30 behind, which is fine. That has to happen. You know, you got to have the chicks to build the eggs up and everything else like that. So next we're going to go with how many dozen I sold. So we're going to go down here and add up the same way. $36.5. I sold 36.5 dozen this month in February, which is good for being a short month, only 28 days, you know. So then we've got our total numbers here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the production side. I'm going to add all these up. So this one I'm just going to go straight down because it's not that hard to just go straight down on this because different numbers the whole time. You just get lost when it's the same number over and over sometimes. So there were 38.75 dozen produced this month. So actually my waste ratio is a lot better than I thought. I thought we wasted more eggs this month. But at the same time, we also have to remember that these 2 dozen eggs sold on the 1st of the month were March's eggs. They weren't February's eggs. So if we take that off, so 35.5 dozen. So we take off this 35.5 dozen. So we've got 3.25 dozen. And like I said, I have about 2.5 dozen sitting on the kitchen table. So we minus 2.5 for those 2.5 dozen. So what we ended up wasting was about 0.7 dozen. So a little under a dozen eggs is what got wasted. I think there was about 8 probably. I should probably start keep tracking of those, and I might do that this next month. So there were about 8 eggs that got wasted. I am happy with these numbers, guys. That's good for me. That's a good number for me. So I'm going to show you about how much we spent on feed this month. So feed, and this feed is going to last into the middle of next month. So this is just the numbers of the feed we spent on this month alone. So for 200 pounds of layer crumbles, we spent $40.40. And then we also have to figure in the cracked corn that we purchased as well, because I do a 2-to-1 ratio. I do the 2 scoops of crumbles to 1 scoop of cracked corn. And it's about 7 pounds of feed what they get fed a day. So the cracked corn, 100 pounds of cracked corn. And we're just going to do CRC for cracked corn, okay? That was $12.30. So overall, this month, we spent $52.70 on just the chicken feed alone, which is pretty good. Now when we figure in electric, All I'm running off of electric right now is one, the heated waterer, which we're going to guesstimate, we'll say $3 a month. And then also a heat lamp at night, which is on a timer, so we'll guesstimate $1.50 a month. So we're going to add that up. It's $57.20. That's $57.20 is what was put into it this month. So we're going to take our $73 which we made, and we're going to subtract that $57.20, and we'll see what actual profit was this month. $15.80 was normal actual profit this month. But that $15.80 doesn't turn into profit because that $15.80 goes right back into the farm and goes towards the chick feed and all that. So right now, the chickens are profitable, which is good. So that is the profit on the chickens, not the chicks. The chicks, obviously, we won't see a profit out of them for a while. But that's the profit on the chickens right now, and that's the money put into them. Now, bedding, we didn't bed down this last month, if I remember right. We did it... No, we did put bedding down this last month, but I had the straw around. So the straw doesn't get figured into this month's expenses. That was last month's expenses. Also, guys, I know some of you are probably wondering, well, where's your profit margin on your goats? Well, I won't figure that out until I actually sell some goats. The babies are getting weaned now, so they'll be ready to go here probably in March. And got to get a buyer lined up for them. And when they hit the trailer or whatever that comes to get them picked up in, I will do a video over that and the profit margin on that. The profit margin on that we'll figure out just per Bella herself this year, since that Nelly didn't take and I had 3 other does that weren't bred. So I can't exactly figure out a well, it's not so much I can't figure it out. We're gonna have a loss no matter what this year. A loss because she didn't take, and I knew I was just gonna eat getting those other does up to breeding age, which happens. That's nothing to worry about. Alright guys, so I gotta come over here to farm income. Okay, and always put the date as the last of the month. And we're going to write February in here. At $2 was the price sold, and the quantity was 36.5. So there we are. So this year's total income so far from eggs is $141, which is not bad, guys. That is not bad at all for the amount of chickens I have. So that's going to put me on track to have about a $600 a year with just these chickens, which isn't bad at all. That's a pretty good year, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do for balancing my records at the moment, guys. Alright guys, I'm headed up to the bank uptown real quick. I had to put gas in the truck, and I gotta go deposit the income for the month in the farm account, and also my paycheck, because today's payday, so gotta get that put in the bank. So that's what I'm out doing. This wind, guys, has been stinking ridiculous. I don't know what the heck is up with this wind. It's crazy. And that's why my bank is awesome, guys. They were giving away $1 today if you just did a mobile deposit, and all you had to do was mobile deposit that $1. So yeah, just to make sure everybody knows about the mobile deposit, I guess is why they were doing it. But hey, I'll take $1 all day long. That doesn't bother me, guys. You gotta make $1 when you can, and that's a way to make $1 for sure. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of mobile deposits and stuff, just because I like the fact of knowing that the bank has my check in their hands, and that way I don't have to worry about, well, are they going to accept this deposit, are they going to do any of that? They have the check in their hands, and that way they just get it done. And you obviously can't mobile deposit cash. It doesn't work like that. So no matter what, I still had to go up there today. So yeah, got training tonight, guys, and won't film any of that at all. But so if you guys like the videos, drop a like down below, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, both at Hummerts, Goats, and Yolks. Alright guys, thank you. We'll see you later.